good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where you're watching me from. In Zambia, it's morning. So thank you so much for the opportunity to all the leadership of Janice. I just want to appreciate this moment for just giving me a moment to share my testimony. So my name is Nellie Kangwa from Zambia, central part of Africa, an amazing nation where things happen. And yeah, so it's down the line almost 3-4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, when this story started. Okay, first and foremost, I would love to state something. I had known about network marketing. You can't hear. Okay, is everybody, who else can't hear me? Oliver, am I okay? Somebody says they can't hear me. Am I good? Sound is perfect. So I think it's the person. Okay. So kindly just check your phone or your laptop. My voice is loud and clear from the look of what others are saying. And so the story started, like I was saying, 3.5 years ago. I knew about network marketing, but you see, the way people were presenting network marketing for me was like a put off, because people would come with some products in their car and they'll be telling me how wealthy they are, how that if I bought some of their products, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to be wealthy. But when I looked at the car, when I looked at what they were saying, it was really a put off. For me, network marketing was associated to people who haven't been at school, who didn't have anything to do. And so the only thing they needed to do is to be telling other people lies about the money they were making, because they were exaggerating the monies that they were making. They were exaggerating the things that they were doing. And so it was really a put off for me. So even when Paul came to Zambia, she came, to do the presentation. I remember it was at Southern Sun, hotel, where the South African commissioner, then High Commissioner, hosted, a workshop. And I was one of the speakers in that meeting. And so Paul stood. When I sat there, and I heard it is network marketing, it is network marketing. I was like, oh my God, can we talk things, can we really have this workshop talk powerful things, not this thing called network marketing? Because for me, it was just a no, it was just a put off. But I remember as she kept on talking, there were a few things that she mentioned that actually caught my attention, that I had to start considering, looking at this company, Janice. But then it also happened that particular time, my sister-in-law was not well. My sister-in-law was diagnosed with cancer. And so when I was told about Reserve, this amazing product, I always have sachets in my handbag. I have sachets at my office, everywhere there's Reserve, because for me, Reserve was the beginning of this miracle that you can see. Reserve was the beginning of my life, because when I got a box of Reserve, because at that time, I did not want to be, part of network marketing, because of the way the presentations were being done. And I just want to challenge everybody here, as you are watching me, as you're listening to my voice, how you present the business to people will either put them off, or they would want to really know more about what you're talking about. For me, the initial presentations of network marketing made me not to even want to pay attention to any person who was talking about network marketing. But when Paul talked about Reserve and what it was going to do and everything, I was interested to just say, look, can I just try something for my sister-in-law? Because she was bedridden. And so I got a box. I did not start the business. I just wanted to try the product because of what was spoken about the product. And so when I tried one box, I realized, what the change that, got into my sister's, life. My sister-in-law was bedridden. All of a sudden was able to stand holding the wall, holding the wall, because she was bedridden, she couldn't walk. But this particular time, my sister-in-law, you know, woke up and she was able to touch the wall and go to the toilet for herself. I was like, what is this? Somebody help me. What is this? What am I seeing? What is happening? And it was all to do with this particular reserve, which has got, and you know, it's an antioxidant, which was able to clean the cells in her body. And as the cells were cleaned, her body started responding and started dealing with some of the cancerous cells that she had, you know, in her body. This for me was the beginning of my eyes popped up. I was telling somebody that it was like, you know, Tom and Jerry. You know, when Tom gets surprised, you know, where the eyes go like twing, you know, the eyes just come out like boom, you know, you get surprised. That is what happened to me. So for me, what started this whole story was reserve. And I began to tell, you know, people, I started telling my brother who was diabetic, his blood sugars were so crazy. They would skyrocket to 24, you know, sometimes 17. Very, very bad, you know, blood sugars. And so when we saw what had happened to my sister-in-law, we started, you know, also making my brother to try reserve. And before we knew it, my brother's blood sugars dropped down. My brother's blood sugar started going down up to 9. It was a shock. It was a shock. That was the beginning of the journey. Now I started getting interested because I now started telling people about how that it was important for them to get a link. Listen to me, for them to get a link so they can buy the products by themselves. I was not telling them to join because there are so many things, especially in Zambia, that people will tell you to join. And some of the things are satanic. So somebody, if you are telling somebody to say, can you join? Can you join my company? Can you join my this? Can you join? It's like you are joining a cult. And so I avoided the word joining. I was telling the people to say, look, if you are looking to be wealthy, if you are looking to be healthy, if you are looking to change your life, if you can only have this link for yourself, it's going to give you a website for yourself and you can buy products the way you want to. At that particular time, listen to me, I hadn't yet joined this business because for me, just the products are the ones that took me on. Then eventually, I was also introduced to another product. When I had my firstborn son, I reacted to family planning tablets and I started growing beards like a man. Something just went wrong to my bloodstream and I started growing beards like a man. So I was shaving like a man. I had razor bumps all over my face. I had razor bumps. So every other day I was shaving because of reaction to the family planning tablets. And that is how, apart from me having known reserve, which helped my family members, this particular, you know, a product, the Luminous range, the serum, for me is a killer, if you like. I'm using irony here. Because let me tell you something, if you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. I depended on foundations. I depended on powders. I had MAC powder. I had all manner of powders on my table you don't want to know. And all the time I needed to apply at least about 3-4 layers for me to hide the razor bumps on my face. I was looking 10 years older than my age because thickness of the razor bumps. I mean, thickness of the foundation to hide, you know, these bumps that I had on my face. And I came across this Luminous range serum. Of course, there are other products in the Luminous range. We've got the moisturizer, we've got the night cream, we've got all the cleansers and all that. But for me, I think what did it was the serum, which has got growth factors. Let me tell you, within 2 weeks, what I observed was the beard stopped growing. They slowed down in their growth. That was number one miracle. I usually joke with people to say, you know what, I got my share of deliverance, except I did not fall down, but I got the share of deliverance because you have to believe with me. As a woman, if your face, you've got all those, you know, pimples, you've got, you know, beards and whatever, it's just a crazy put off. So for me, this did for me. Serum did it for me. There was healing that I've never experienced. I'd used different cosmetic products. I realized this is not a cosmetic product. This is a skincare product. And that is how the razor bump started disappearing one by one, started shrinking in. Today, even as you can see me right now here, as I'm sitting here, I'm all natural. Okay, I'm all natural. I left my room without wearing foundation, and it was deliberate because I want you to know what serum has done for me. So hey, for me, even if there is no money for now, let's put money aside, because what really made me to join this business, to be part of this business, was not necessarily the money at the point. It was the amazing reserve and amazing serum. These are my niche of products. So whether money is taken away, whether there is no mention of money, for me, just what the products did for my family, what these products did for my face, just changed my entire life. The feeling of feeling good from inside out, you can never take it away from me. And that was my number one why for me to step into this business, because it was the change that, happened to my body. It was the change that took place when I began to see, do you know that, having funerals and buying coffins is very expensive, but getting my sister-in-law to get healed, getting my brother to stop using insulin, and just being on foods, it cannot take away anything away from me, because just that for me did it. Well, as this was going on, as I was enjoying, the serum and what was happening to my face, as I was enjoying the celebration of the healing in my family, as I saw my brother, stop injecting himself, as I saw my brother heal, he had sores on his feet because of the diabetes, the sugar levels used to skyrocket. As I saw that, you could not take away the joy that I was having. So I began to tell people, without even understanding the principles of network marketing, without even knowing what this was all about. I went crazy. I went crazy. I went to town telling people about these products that were able to change your entire life. I hadn't even known about other products. For me, it was just Reserve and the serum. Reserve and the serum. They were the two products I was talking about. And so in telling other people, as you know, the health products even went crazy. Do you know I caused a commotion at the airports? Because every time products were being bought, they would first come to our international airport. We started having a lot of products, a lot of reserve in excess. People got alarmed. What is this that is happening? What was going on? I went to town telling everybody about this amazing reserve, and people started buying in bulk because we were thinking it's going to run out. And because we had issues with delivery with warehouse, we used to order from South Africa. And so you'd want to order so many boxes, because what if they run out? Because people with people with cancer, people with high blood pressure, their body started responding because it, of what just Reserve does. It's soluble. So when you suck it, immediately it goes into your bloodstream to start doing the cleaning. And so there were things that were happening, and we couldn't just understand where this product had been all our time. At the airports, I was called because there was too many products coming in. And I was just telling everybody, let me tell you, at this particular time, money was not still an issue for me, because for me, it was not about the money initially. My why was just the miracles that I was experiencing. And you know what happened? It was after, I think, about 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, that is when Impo told me to check my back office. I was like, what's that? She was like, okay, I want, you be on phone. I want to show you how you can check what is happening because you've made money. I'm like, what are you talking about? That is how we went to the back office, and the rest is history. I found I had made, let me mention this because for me, I think it was a shocker. It was $1,600 that I had made within 6 weeks. I didn't know I had made such an amount of money in my back office, because you know what was happening? I was just telling people to buy the ambassador pack. Buy the ambassador pack. And so I was getting the $250. Before I knew it, I had that amount of money. I was like, what is this? Is this juju? Is this satanism? How can you make so much money within just few weeks. What is happening? That is how she took time now to tell me about the business, about the money aspect. And that is where the whole story, started going into another direction, because at this time now, I was now going crazy, because I realized this was now a time for me to change my status quo. Apart from the products, when I looked at the money, I asked, I said, so you mean if I just tell somebody about these products, I'm getting paid? That's how she explained to me about the commissions that you get. You have no idea. A year down the line, the Minister of Commerce, Trade and Industry had to actually be the guest of honor when we launched this, products in Zambia. When we launched Janice in Zambia, it went crazy. Yes, we had issues in deliveries and whatever, but we didn't care. Even if you'd order today and it would take about 8 weeks for one to receive the products, but we didn't care because of what the products had done. Within 2 months, I had about 12 sapphires. Within 2 months, 12 people made it to sapphire. Let me tell you something. When all these things were happening, it was just blind. We're just going about it in a blind way. But let me tell you, still, it is put into history that I had done it. And I haven't been discouraged. Even when a number of people fell off because of the way they started, and all that because of the issues we used to have because of delivery, I want you to know that in Zambia, we have still continued building on this business, because when you've defined your why, when you know your why, other people can remain along the way. When you've defined your why, other people can stay behind because they don't know why they came into the business. Well, I know why I came into the business, and therefore there is nothing that can put away that which made me to come into the business, because I already defined my why. I already know the reason why I came into this business. And so when these things were happening, something began to happen to me, because when I realized that the money aspect was actually something that was overwhelming. By the way, for those who don't know, I'm a pastor's wife. I grew up in the pastor's home. I saw how that people went to church and they sang about Jesus, how that he died on the cross. But when I looked at their state of life, they were in poverty. My dad, from time to time, he would preach that Jesus died. And when he died, he took away your sicknesses. When he died, he took away the poverty. But let me tell you, the more I went to church, I'm a pastor's kid. The more I went to church, the more I saw people poor. And that used to get to me. What was this gospel? What was going on? I'm trying to define to you my why, the reason why I'm part of this business. I want to tell you, because when you have your why, when you've understood your why, nothing can shake you. Nothing can move you, because you understand the reason why you are in the business. And so as we went to church, so many people were poor. So many people were sick. And Sunday after Sunday, I used to observe this as a girl child. And I was like, where will I get the answer from? How will I help people to come out of poverty? How will I help people to heal? Because even the more they were prayed for, still they came back sick. The more they were prayed for, I would see people sick, in and out. And I was like, I need to have a solution. But let me tell you, I didn't have a solution then, because all we knew was to go to school, work hard, get a degree, and work. That is the environment I grew up from. That is what I was taught at school. And so my salary could not help the underprivileged. I really wanted to help the underprivileged. I really wanted to change the narrative about church. I wanted to change the narrative of being a Christian, but I did not have a solution. Because all in all, it had to do with me having that degree, work, and get a salary. I had to wait until month end to get that little money. And then even if I share with 1 or 2 people, it still did not make sense. Let me tell you, when I got to see what Janice was able to do to me within few months of my being part of it, that shook my life, because I then found my why. I then found the reason for being part of Janice, because then I realized this is a vehicle that I can use to bring other people to create wealth, to change their stories, to change their lifestyle, to change who they were. And that is how my definition of being part of this business has been mostly in the church, because that is where my influence is. I am a pastor's wife. I'm a pastor myself. And so there are so many people that I encounter that apart from just praying for them, I now give them a solution. It is not about me praying, just laying hands on them. I now tell them exactly how they can come out of poverty. It is not by I pray, I fall down. Now I tell them exactly how they can change their lives, how they can be kingdom people here on earth. That is my why. And so every day of my life, I'm always introducing people to this business, because let me tell you, it has all the answers. It has all the answers I was looking for. About 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I went on a course of Zen. I'm always on this. I went on a course of Zen, and within 6 weeks, I lost about 11 kilos. Now, let me tell you the reason why I'm sharing this testimony, because for me, this just did the work. I'm big. I've even written a book. Okay, I've written a book, The Make of a Real Woman. The reason why I wrote this book, it is because I am big in encouraging women to remain in shape. I'm big in encouraging women to look good. I'm big to encourage people to stay married. I'm big at family values. But let me tell you, there were so many divorces that I was dealing with being a relationship coach. And I realized most of the divorces were happening because women, the moment they got married, they forgot who they were. They forgot to look good because they entered into labor ward. And they had all the fats everywhere and everything. And I was like, okay, so what am I going to do? My other why is exactly what happened to me. Because when I now went on Zen, I lost 11.2 kilos. All the fats around my waist disappeared, shrank out, bent out. I got my body back. I use my why to challenge people. When I stand on stage and I'm encouraging women on how to look good, on how to look healthy, on how to keep young and keep their marriage, I use this as a reason, because for me, this just changed my life. It is not just about losing weight. It is about, excess fat and the lifestyle, just having a healthy lifestyle. What can you look out for apart from you getting that which you've been looking for? And because I'm a testimony myself, everybody saw how I changed my outward appearance. Everybody saw how I lost the weight. This is 2 years ago. Now it's been just maintenance. When you've defined your why, when you know the reason why you are in this business, let me tell you, nothing will shake you. When you know the reason why you are part of this brand, nothing will shake you. Even when, like, I've taken long to grow in my rank. You know why I'm not giving up? You know why I keep on rebuilding? Others come and others go, and that doesn't shake me. I've still continued, and I'm aiming for Ruby. I'm going, and it will happen. Let me tell you, though it tarries, though it has taken long, I am not giving up, because I know the reason why I'm in this business. Well, my looks show. The money that I get is able to show. The people that I challenge, they can see how I have changed the way I look now. I look 10 years younger. When I turned 50 in April, do you know, people could not believe when I posted my photo that I'm 50 years old. They couldn't believe, because I'm looking 10 years younger because of the products that I take faithfully. These are supplements that have helped my life. That is my why. So as I keep looking healthy and younger, I'm also making money on the side, and I'm able to help a number of people. I'll give you a last testimony. The reason why I've remained focused in this business, I'm not shaken by anything. I'm not shaken by anything, because I know the reason why I am doing this business. Like I told you, my husband and I, we pastor a church. There was a young boy in our church who was playing keyboard. And, he he qualified to go to the university. And so, of course, time came after 4 years. He had very lovely marks to go to university. And the church the committee started to have a discussion of how they needed to help this young man to go to university. And so other people were like, oh, that's a lot of money. Oh, the church doesn't have money. You know what? By this time, I was already making crazy money, in Janice. I just went to these people in the meeting at church. I told them, please don't discuss this issue because it's taken care of. I'm so proud that I'm able to sponsor that orphan young man who was a keyboard player in our church. He's now in his third year at the university. And I'm sponsoring and I'm helping. What more can I ask for? And it is a vehicle of Janice that has helped me to help and support many orphans that could not afford to have their school fees paid for. But because I had a vehicle, I've had a vehicle that has been helping me. And on a weekly basis, listen to me, it is something that gives me so much joy because I know what I'll get next week. I know what I'll have next week. So I can pledge to support. That is just exactly what I've always wanted to do. It is for me to be able to be a solution, to be an answer to people. And I'm supporting several, young youths who are orphaned in their education. What more can I look for? So I'm sorted, looking healthy. I'm sorted, looking young. I'm sorted, no foundation. If only you knew the feeling. If only you may not understand how it feels. One day, you've got razor bumps. You wake up another day, you are cleared on your face. You have no idea. For me, for that one, you can never shake me. You can never remove me from Janice. It is forever until death do us part. And you know what? I'm not dying just now because with the cells being strong, whatever diseases that come, my cells are strong to fight. And that is why I'm in this. Define your why. That is what I can encourage you. Define your why. When you know why you are in this business, you won't be shaken. Even when you get a no, when you are teaching and people begin to laugh at you, or people do not come and get to become part of you, you will still continue. And you know what? When they meet you, they start wondering how that you've kept on. Other people, they wonder, oh my God, you are still part of Janice. Yes, I'm forever part of Janice because I'm the product of the product. I just want to encourage you today, as I'm concluding, define your why, and every time keep looking at that why, revise it, and keep increasing the extent of your why. Because the more you increase it, the more you will wake up to do certain things that you thought you cannot do. I've been calling some of the people, those that fell off, and I've been calling them back to come back into the business because it is happening in Janice. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep focused. Keep looking at the reason why you got to be part of this business, and you will make it. You will make it. You may not have ranked up, on time like I've delayed, but you know what? That is not even moving me because I know when I begin to rank up, I'm going to be diamond. I am diamond product, and I believe I am whatever you like it, whether you like it or not. I am what I've prophesied I am, and it shall come to pass. Do have a lovely Saturday. We shall keep meeting, and please holler me if you're encouraged by my testimony. God bless you. Shalom, shalom. Bye-bye. Is there any question? Oliver, am I supposed to ask for any question?
Nellie, that was power. Thank you so much. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please show Nellie some love in the chat. And if anyone has any questions for her, would like to ask a question, you can just type in the chat box and then she'll read those and she'll answer to the best of her ability, guys. Or you can raise your hand and we'll unmute you. Either. We'll give you 1 minute before we conclude, guys. There you are, being a product of the product. Yeah, using Zen. Zen. Yeah, guys, Zen is such an amazing product. Make sure you get yourself onto the Zen program if you haven't yet used the Zen. It's an amazing, amazing 8-week program. Yeah, there you go. Lots of comments and love coming through for you, Dr. Nellie.
Oh, wow. I see that. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm coming. I'm Ruby very soon. Watch this space. I'm Ruby.
Love it. Okay, look, Mpo wants to raise her hand. Okay, I'm gonna unmute you, Mpo. Give me 1 second. There you go. Okay, I think you can unmute yourself, Mpo. Let me do it again. Sorry. There we go.
I'm driving right now, but I wouldn't miss this for anything. And it was a lot of memory lane that I have gone through as Dr. Nellie was going through her testimonial. And it is such a pleasure, you know, for me to have reached out, you know, to her. And yeah, the story is truly amazing. It is indeed very true. When you approach people, get to know them first and get to know what, you know, they are about, speak to them. And the relationship that we, you know, I just took her numbers and stuff like that. We started talking of but you know, it was a tough one, but eventually here she is, appreciating what has happened to her and appreciating the journey that she has taken. So find her why and says only death will do her part with Janice. I am saying the same, and I can only encourage everyone, just go for it. You know, I always say, just change one life at a time. And for me to hear Dr. Nellie speak like this, it is all I need. Imagine if I can hear 100 people, 1,000 people, you know, appreciating the change that they have received from just me saying hello, look at Janice. Thousands of people, if they can say that. If you ask me, that is better. That's all I wanted to say. I am driving and I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Mpo. Sylvia.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm the manager on duty, so I'm wearing a mask because I'm greeting people when they pass in the show. And I just want to appreciate Dr. Nellie for the time and all these motivating information that she's giving us. For me, I am behind Dr. Nellie every day, and we pull each other up and we encourage each other. And in Zambia, we're going to be the first rubies and also the first diamonds, and we are going to encourage a lot of us, you know, to just carry on and make sure that whatever we're doing is what we are duplicating, and we ask our members to be duplicating. It doesn't take much. It just needs for everyone to be in tandem with their thoughts and their goals and their focus, and we can all rise to the occasion. You can imagine if there were just 10 of us doing the duplication, we would have already reached a diamond by now. But people tend to fall back and say, no, these things are not working, these things are not working. I mean, if you take a person like me who is extremely busy and I'm everywhere, but I find time, it only takes 30 minutes for you to make a difference to yourself and to the people that are around you. So let's just make sure that we are doing the things that we are telling other people to do. For me, this is what I do, and this is what motivates me. I'm just doing the things that I want my team to be doing. And I can assure you we are reaching momentum very soon. So all those people that are lying behind Dr. Nellie, just push on Mpo, on Oliver. Oliver, you're so amazing. And if we can pull people together like this, We're all on the go. We're all going to be in Bora Bora or in Iceland or in any place that we want to go to, because we are a good team and we are going to make it. So have a very good morning and just carry on with the things that you love doing. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great supporter. Okay.
Let's see, I think there's just one more.
Yes, we'll do some music to end.
Okay, it looks like we're good then, Dr. Nellie, unless there's anyone else that wants to say anything.
Hi, Dr. Nellie. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. Very encouraging story. We're all encouraged with the leadership of Dr. Nellie and Sunshine Sylvia. It's been amazing. The journey has been amazing, been on set ever since. And we're encouraged with your words, with your story, and everything that you do. It's an inspiration to some of us who are young and coming up in the ranks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cholwe. Thank you. You've been so amazing too. Thank you.
Beautifully said. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful Saturday, and I'll share this on GPG What's Your Story and GPG Training. For those of you who couldn't watch, I'm sure you want to send this to all of your team. Thank you, Dr. Nellie. That was beautiful, and we'll have another amazing testimonial call next Saturday, same time, 11. Thank you, Impo. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Cholwe. Thank you to everyone for sharing. Have a beautiful day, and like Nellie said, and Sylvia said, go out and do what you want your team to do. Have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.